How's it going, everybody? This is RG Rider here. Gonna be playing. Well, I did play Thresh in support lane for this with a Ashe 80 carry, Switch of Fate mid, Tryndamere jungle, and a Riven top. Now, essentially, this game started off pretty bad. In fact, I'm just gonna let the game speak for itself. We're up against a Callista and a
seconds until minions spawn.
So yeah, we're up in this game. We were up against a Callista Malzahar bot lane. As you can see, our TF is going way too deep. So, there's invading, and then there's invading when you don't have assistance, so he obviously gives up first blood. The most he did, he got rid of Orianna's summoners, but that's really not going to help him too much. So usually when when you leash, it's best to attempt to actually get land your hook on the first camp, so that buys the jungler some free hits. Because while your jungler is attacking the monster, and if they're hooked, they can't attack. So that's just free hits for them. So again, the lane Ashe is already taking a good amount of damage. And not much to say at this point. It's pretty. I'm actually gonna make this part go by a little bit faster. It's pretty standard as Thresh. Now, one thing that's interesting that I did is normally when you play Thresh, you start with a shield, relic shield. I usually actually go coin now. Mainly because I suck at last hitting on Thresh, and the shield really doesn't end up helping me that much. So this means that Ashe can CS all she wants. She doesn't get the healing from it. However, sadly, I feel like the healing is usually pretty negligible. Also, the coin does give you cooldown. So Ashe gives up first blood there. Gonna rewind on that one. Now, I'm only level 2, so I can't save her at this point. Frankly, at this point, she really should be pulling out, not staying in. But it is what it is, honestly. Attack Malzahar here just so that to try and keep his spell shield down, because that can be pretty annoying. And Callista goes in for him at that point. So there's that. Gonna go back to 2x speed. Our jungler is up top. Just farming. Things really haven't started going to shit yet. Main thing with Malzahar when he supports is he's primarily a zoning tool, and he can also body block certain skill shots. So picking him into me basically means that he's going to be trying to body block my hooks, like he has like already twice. So I usually gotta keep a good eye on that. And right there, that's the moment Ashe really could have taken my lantern. It probably would have actually saved her. So Tryndamere comes in, meanwhile, I'm low on mana, so I can't help him too much. And then he basically backs out. Like, yeah, I was dead. I understand that. And honestly, that was my fault. I probably shouldn't have gone so deep in, especially when I had such low mana and I was at half health. Yeah, this is actually the point where the team really starts falling apart. Like, Tryndamere's already going on saying that we're gonna lose this. So that ends up being a very annoying moment. At this point, I'm actually holding still just because actually I'm lagging out, like, hard. I throw the lantern. Alright, she comes back, sees Olaf, grabs it. Yeah, so we're actually going to pull up the scoreboard as well. Yeah, so it's that moment when you got just a whole team going in on a Thresh and he just basically kills everything. Like, I died, but I ended up getting 2 kills in the process, and I got Ashe, and Ashe ended up getting the Olaf. And Tryndamere is still going on about how we're going to lose this. Meanwhile, bot lane is just got a complete clearance, so I was already starting to have some hope at this point. So knowing that, okay, if just 2 of us can have this kind of presence, then to take on 3 people by ourselves, then we're doing something right. Yeah, I probably should. I panicked a little bit. I threw everything out at once. I should have just thrown her the lantern. I don't even know if with suppression she would have been able to grab it. Now, also, another thing with Malzahar, when you're fighting him with Thresh, is one thing also, definitely use your E on the Voidlings. Because if they hit you, they're going to multiply. And you don't want a whole huge group of them. So instead, you really want to attempt to get them to actually back off a bit. That way, it'll take longer for them to reach you, and by that point, you can usually hit them. Some of these points are me getting a little too overzealous. I mean, frankly, though, for my first back, I actually had a pretty good one. I was able to upgrade to my tier 2 coin, get a sight stone, and boots. And then Ashe just died. So now I'm coming back. They're working on taking our turret. Tryndamere running around. He's level 8, which is good.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
So yeah, that's our turret. Miss the hook and land on a minion. But they don't engage, thankfully.
Unstoppable. Shut down.
So yeah, I go... Our lane's empty, so I'm gonna obviously take the opportunity to go grab my... Go War Dragon Pit really quick. Usually that's a pretty good objective. And when you're supporting, that's definitely an important thing, if the dragon is up. Jungler's not ready to take it, so just make sure it's warded so we know if they go for it. So we don't have one person walk into basically a 5v1. Now, one mistake I do realize I made, and I never really corrected it during the game, is I do not have a sweeper at this point.
Dominating.
So I don't know if they had wards. Yeah, at this point, I think the best thing I can do for the dash right now is try to body block some of the skill shots. So I die. Just attempting to body block. Yeah, there's actually a certain point when I decided I'm just gonna mute the entire team. I think it was actually around this point. I just went in, muted their entire team, muted the Tryndamere and our TF, because our TF is 0-7 right now, so they're feeding. They didn't have a good game. And they honestly wanted to leave. So here we are back in some action over in bot lane. So I throw up a lantern just so she doesn't get too far out. Because when you're defending a turret and it's your last turret, you really don't want to be that far out without a team, and I can't get out to ward, so. Also, I probably could have warded a little more during this game.
Godlike. Your team's turret has been destroyed.
And Riven. Hold on, I never actually noticed that one. Riven seriously trying to...
Blue team's turret has
Why
been
didn't I report the
destroyed.
Riven? Oh god. This Riven. Just watching this game, I see it was a bigger clown fest than I actually thought. I think honestly, me and the Ash were the main one taking this game trying to take this game seriously. I think Tryndamere at a certain point kind of realized that this game is not a lost cause.
Blue team double kill.
Yeah, so I'm over in Fountain. I was close to getting... What did I get? Oh yeah, I think I was getting a no magic because they were throwing a lot of AP damage at me, especially the Malzahar was starting to hurt. So I pretty much just said, you know, I'm gonna build a locket, and I'm glad I did. It actually ended up. I said, hey, I'm getting red buff. I'm like, all right, you know. This is actually a point I was pretty much convinced that we were going to lose this too, but we were starting to catch up. So I was like, whatever. Let's just do what we need to do to win. We have a 4/5 Ashe against a 7/3 Callista. Basically, that's the other thing. Focus if your opposing team has a really fed champion, focus them first if you can. If you have an opportunity, don't always focus them. Like if you're not going to be able to get a kill off of it, don't do it. But for something like Thresh and you have the rest of your team behind you, yeah, he had too many stacks of rend on him. Even throwing a lantern, if my lantern was even up, wouldn't have saved him. Well, might have. Might have. This would really just have to dash back into range and then activate rend. We have a 0 and 8 TF and a 1 and 4 Riven. Our team basically is feeding out their ass at this point. I think right now it's me and Ashe that are really doing a lot of work, trying to do a lot of work and try to get this, salvage this game. Tryndamere's trying. He's actually doing a pretty good job. He's focusing on where he can put pressure. Well, I'm pretty much just trying to body block everything I can for this Ashe. Throwing her lanterns when she needs it. Yeah, so now we know that they're all there. So yeah, I throw the Tryndamere the lantern. That's one he really could have taken. If he was running to me anyway. I'm like, here, just take the lantern and you'll get there faster. But yeah, at this point he was already muted, so. Yeah, this is when I think we actually realized that this game is salvageable. Because we end up taking a good amount of them down.
Blue team double kill.
Ashe scores a double. I'm backing out. I'm low. Yeah, it's at a certain point where, even as a support, if you need to back out, and your team is not, like, about to die, or if they are about to die, and it's a matter of give them a quadra-kill or give them a pentakill and an ace, you want to avoid giving them that. So, like, okay, let me stand by this Tryndamere for a bit. Give him the assistance when he needs it. So yeah, I'm gonna take some CS at this point. But yeah, TF has already admitted that he's done playing. He just wants to end the game. So he actually starts intentionally feeding, and there's no reason to ever intentionally feed. Now, if you see this guy in an actual game, don't hate on him. You know, we all have bad games, but honestly, there is no reason. So seeing what they're trying to do, I basically jump out. Go throw Riven a lantern, she doesn't take it. So at that point I'm basically standing there because I'm sitting at the boundary of where the lantern can go. Probably could have walked to the side a bit. That way, if they would have dodged and rolled into it, they probably would have been out of skill shot range. And you know, watching these games, you know doing things that you didn't realize that you were doing. So there's my team. They're going off to go take drag. I'm coming in for at least some support now, because as you can see, the other team is coming in. Activate my coin. Go from the side. Grab Kalista so she can't do anything. She flashes out of my ult. So, wasted ult, but it ended up saving us. Throw Tryndamere another lantern. And then, yeah, that time if he really would have taken a lantern, it would have saved him. It would have gotten him out of range. So I'm the only one left on my team. This is what I mean by play like a coward if you need to. So I'm gonna basically sit there. Now, yeah, they're gonna take an inhib right here, sadly, and a turret. But I'd rather, ironically enough, I'd rather that minions take an inhib than lose an inhib, because that's another thing. Thresh cannot push back minions that hard, especially this many. I can hold them off for maybe a few seconds, but honestly, at that point, you need to actually get your priorities straight, and just being there is going to keep them from pushing in. So yeah, as soon as the rest of my team is up, I engage. This is around the point where the whole team is coming together. TF is still kind of like in a I don't care mood anymore still, but he's just trying now. Now that he sees that he can do damage, he's actually doing work. So he's not giving up as hard. And that's just one thing that as a sport that you need to learn to do is try to pull back from a throw. Especially a throw as big as we had early game. Now we're still massively behind, by all means. Like, they have more. We haven't even taken a single tower yet. They have 7 of our towers. But now we're starting to catch up because we have a stronger team fight. We do have a much stronger team fight than their team. And that's helping us. So yeah, they're going for Baron. Meanwhile, I pretty much have to help Ashe defend base. So we defend the wave really quick. Shove in.
Red team is slain Baron Marshall.
Alright, they take Baron, then we all just collapse on them. So we did basically what we could. Now our next goal is try to minimize the damage from them taking Baron. So I die. Just trying to keep Olaf busy.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
Their minions take one of our turrets. Ashe dies. So we have 2 people left, and they're both in base defending, which is good. I mean, they only have 1 person still up with Baron buff, so which is Jace. So we can afford to defend for a minute. Yeah, at this point, I'm at the point I'm just taking some CS. We're far enough. We're at a laning phase. Like, I'm not getting a whole lot. Like, I have more than Malzahar now, so they're 9k ahead of us right now. Almost 10k. Well, 13 more kills. They're landing behind me just in case my team can help me collapse. We get rid of Ori. Flash hook. Don't care if I die. Taking out that Malzahar like a boss. And then me and Ashe back out because Ashe is one shot range, and I'm at about half health. Yeah, obviously Jace is close because he obviously just powered up that. So that's one thing we keep in mind. I body block his Q.
Team's inhibitors respawning soon.
Follow Tryndamere into the jungle. Dragon's about to spawn. I drop a ward. No, we got 2 wards. Stay here. Defend in the bush. Usually, I sometimes do this when my jungler is starting to take dragon. I will start to defend until I know he can get out. Until I know, okay, let's collapse. Let's collapse. Let's finish dragon. So we get that. See, now we're starting to take objectives. We have 2 mountain drakes. They're one infernal. Jace pretty much stuck in there because if he does, he's gonna die. That should probably Tryndamere makes it out. Yeah, they're collapsing on us at this point.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
So I'm backing. If the rest of my team is backing, I'm backing. And we both ping for Riven to be careful because she's out there by herself. And as we all know, Riven can do good when she's fed. Our Riven is not fed. She's -3 right now. And she has a Yomu's completed. Now she has a Hydra completed too, but... So at this point we're slowly catching up in gold. We're about 6k. We're about 6.5k behind. They all start chasing me. I activate my coin. Ori burned her ult trying to catch me, and then Ashe. Then here comes Ashe to save the day. That's why I love coin on Thresh. He's usually very slow, but it gives you that little bit of an escape. I'm trying to mirror out of nowhere. Ult. 2 of them. Oriana's. I see the opportunity. I grab Ori. And go for the. Don't see that they're collapsing on my team at that point. Give him some help on Mal's. He almost died. I'm a little sad about that. It's like, okay, I can back now. I have enough gold to at least work toward buying my next item. At this point, I decide I'm gonna buy a redemption. And I'm gonna just work to have some shenanigans with that, because that's gonna give me more cooldown. Because I think I'm right at the point I'm only at 10% cooldown. No, I'm at 20% cooldown. So yeah, I'm gonna buy a redemption. Get more of that sweet cooldown. Also the ability to heal my team. Because we're pretty much all squished. Everyone's squishy other than me. I mean, Riven can get kind of tanky, but she's not at the point of buying tank items yet. So she's pretty much squishy. I activate my coin so we can chase engage. Flash, hook. Don't hit my target, but still get the chase. Go in. See, this is what I mean. There's no point to give up, especially if you know, especially after you see that your team has a strong team fight. So there goes Mal's flash. I'm in trouble. Callista's dead. I'm safe pretty much now. They're dancing around, so Ashe can, like, basically the point of Ashe grab the fucking lantern. It's like, okay, we aced them. I can afford the back now. So we just aced them. This is the biggest opportunity a team can have, is when is landing an ace. Yeah, so we're pinging Baron. It's like, let's go, Baron time. Let's do this. Still do not have my trinket upgraded, like an idiot. Sometimes that's one thing I do need to work on. I usually grab it, but sometimes I forget. Like this game, I was Ashe is split pushing, and you guys got me and Tryndamere. He's like, Riven, come help us with Baron. But Riven's pretty much just defending. Then she comes in. TF comes in. Ashe applying pressure to the bot lane. We get Baron. I'm still at full health. I don't have to back, but I believe I had enough gold to finish my next item. Yeah, I had enough gold to finish my redemption, so obviously I'm gonna finish that. And you got enough gold to finish redemption. You finish redemption. It's a great. Redemption is just a great support item. Like, it doesn't. Some of the passives don't really help Thresh all that much. However, certain parts of it do. Like, it does boost my shield, so when you grab a lantern, it's now going to give you a bigger shield. Dragon's getting ready to spawn. Here comes Callista. Now, this is the funniest point in the game for me. I grab Callista, pull her into my ult, smack her. She flashes away. The minions start smacking her. Ashe Thresh coming down, misses, and then the redemption just lands on her. The redemption gets her. Just herd her into the redemption. I don't know if that was... I had to thank Riven for that one, because if the Riven didn't show up, she probably would have just queued out. Queued and then cut it out. So, yeah. Now we have Elder Dragon buff. Tryndamere soloing Elder. We're now actually ahead on gold. We have Baron and Elder buff. I just fucked up. Rewind this just a little bit. So yeah, it's... When your team starts to throw, it comes on both the jungler and the support to really start reeling it back. Well, it falls on everybody, but if anybody can do it, it's usually those two. Jungler can help take objectives, and then support can... So yeah, we get rid of one of them. Take out the Callista. Pull out Malzahar. That's gonna lower his damage output. Here's Jace. No. At first I'm like, am I alone? I'm like, wait, no. I got Riven and TF over here. So we're good, let's go. So now we go for this. And now we're taking the Nexus. So yeah, grab Jay so he can't do anything, and that's the game. We really pulled that one back. I mean, it was rough from the start. We started off behind. We ended up actually ahead on gold, but behind on kills. And I ended up scoring an S on that game. So yeah, I was happy about that. And that's the game. So anyway, guys, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you like it, if you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. Leave down in the comments anything, any ideas you have, things I could have done better. Obviously, I know I could have bossed Weeper. I could have warded better. I could have made some better plays. But if there's anything that you think that I probably didn't notice I did, that I could have done better, let me know. If there's anything you want to actually see me try, let me know. I'll try it. This was normal, it wasn't ranked. I'm getting ready to start doing my ranked climb probably in a month. I'm trying to actually get a good pool of champions to the point where I have them mastered. But this was more just a video that from a game I was actually kind of happy about, where I pulled... Where not just me, but my team pulled victory out of the jaws of defeat. And we had 2 attempted forfeits. Pretty much both were by the TF. Actually, I think we had 3 attempted forfeits. And he's complaining the entire game. Again, if you see him in the game, don't bash him. I'm pretty sure he's a great player. However, it's just... he's having a bad game, so he didn't feel like our team could win. I guess moral of the story here is, just because you're not winning doesn't mean that your team won't win. So don't give up that easily. Anyway, this is RG Rider, guys, and I'm out. See you all next time.